Welcome back to the podcast. Jimmy here. I'm at the Kansas State School for the Blind once again. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're drinking your coffee. Maybe eating some breakfast, getting ready for your day. Hope you guys are doing great out there. God. A lot kind of went on this week, and we're going to get into it. So, let's rock and roll.
5:06 p.m.
Alright, so let's see. Got in Sunday, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Hung out for a little bit. Worked on some music, and yeah. Alright, let's talk about the first song. The first song I ever wrote. It was a song called Nashville, Tennessee. And it started out as a little cheap little like ballad song. I don't even know what it was supposed to be, but it turned into this up-tempo kind of song that we put out on an EP called From the Stage. And all the songs were very early stuff that I had written about in my life or something that happened. I was writing about it all the time. And I was just writing every single day in school. You know, I think I had an assignment to write, and I wrote an entire song in a day. So I really had a lot going for me as a 17, 18-year-old kid trying to write a song. So, really cool, you know. It was cool that I put my mistakes out there. I think that it really shows as an artist that I'm not afraid to write and to put the work in, and that I will do whatever it takes to make it work. So I hope you guys are doing great. Now, it's evolved over the years. It's only been a year since I graduated, so it's definitely evolved, but I still go at it full force every day. Don't let it stop me. Because you can't. You gotta just keep working on it for it to get better. And, well, you know, if you sit there and you just don't write or don't do anything, you just start slacking off. You know, I went a week without touching my guitar, and I felt like I just, learned my few chords that I play. I felt like I just learned those chords. And, so yeah, that kind of got me into songwriting a little bit. So I messed up. I think I did something to my wrist playing goalball. Goalball started this week, which is a ball. It's almost like dodgeball, but you have to block it. And if the person gets over you, over the wall you build out of your bodies, they score. It's a two-team sport. And, well, I played it, I slid and fell. And hoping I didn't do anything too crazy to my wrist. Oh, well, the other one's just... They both feel just the same. Maybe I didn't do anything to it. I can still move it. It doesn't hurt too terribly bad. It just feels kind of weird. Which, well, it could be worse. I had the electric guitar out today, and we're just kind of playing around. So this podcast, I've been all over the place, and I'm sorry. This podcast, I really wanted to be answering your guys' questions. You can email me at jimmylewiswainepodcasting@gmail.com. Email me anything you want, and we'll dive into it. Music, blindness, well, whatever it is, we'll dive into it and we'll bang it out. I wanted to do this thing where I did what we called the coffee happy hour. It was a thing back in like 2020. I think I did like 2 episodes and it kind of failed. So hopefully this is kind of a success. Podcasting is a really big thing to get into right now. And so hopefully I can kind of keep it going and not have to be, busy all the time. Hopefully it's a thing that sticks around here for a while. Anyway, it feels like time's dragging. Let's see what time it is.
5:41 p.m.
5:41. We're cruising right along here. I got on here late. I was gonna upload this afternoon. It's Thursday currently when I'm uploading it at 5:41 p.m. I uploaded the last one. I recorded it at like 3 or 4, but I had goalball practice. And I had a podcast. So I'm running my own podcast, and I'm also doing a part of the Kansas School for the Blind podcast. So I'm running 2 podcasts at one time. But this one I'm running on my own. There's no help. I'm doing all of the video stuff. I'm doing everything. So, which I'm glad, because you can't really trust anybody with your music creativity, man. Just gotta do it. Because a lot of these kids they screw it up. So it's easier just to do it by myself, and I just upload it and get it out of the way. Move on to the next thing. So that's kind of what's going on here. We're hanging out. Man, there's so many stories. I'll tell you about the story of me having a heat stroke. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny back then. We were all little. We were terrified. I was riding on the 4-wheeler. We were at the Kansas Badlands. Ark City, Kansas, I believe. We were out riding. And hot day. I think I was, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years old, somewhere in there. Hot day, riding around. And I don't think I actually had a heat stroke, but I was pretty damn close to it. I guess my face was white. And it was really weird. I think I woke up naked on the on a table, and we're in the middle. Remember, we're in the middle of nowhere. Literally, there was nothing around. You could see for miles, just empty trails and shit. So we're out here, and I had sat down in the sand. I remember it's all coming back. I sat down in the sand, and I think it was somebody was like, "Hey, tell me get up out of the sand. There's snakes." So I sat on the sand. And was like, "Hey, it's hot," Then I kind of started leaning back on my driver of the 4-wheeler, and they're like, "Oh, he's falling out." And next thing you know, I wake up and I'm, no clothes on. What the hell happened? Anyway, that was definitely a reality check of, hey, don't be an idiot. Really, really pay attention. And I was young. Now looking back, I don't know. So yeah, I think I've really listened to music from a young age, and we actually had the radio on that day. The day it happened. We get back in and we listen to the Trace-Ack. I don't remember who it was, but anyway, I was like, "Wait, let's go ride again." And they're like, "You out of your fucking mind? You just nearly killed yourself. Now you want to go again?" But no, man. Now looking back, I'm glad that I had the group I had, or I might not have ended well. But yeah, that's really a lot of what's been going on. I sit here and talk to a camera. People come in and they're like, "Are you talking to yourself?" No. When I kinda am. But someone else is gonna hear it. Hope you're enjoying your coffee. I'm sure got bored of hearing stories. I came here for I'm at the School for the Blind. I came here for a Boys and Girls Weekend one time back in, I think it was seventh grade. Did not like it at all. The kid was kind of mean to me, so, being seventh or eighth grade, you're like, well, I'm never coming back here again, don't forget that. And then that convinced me to come back senior year of high school for another Boys and Girls Weekend. Then I loved it, couldn't get enough of it, and wanted to come back, so I came to their summer school and was like, alright, this is cool. I wasn't here for the Boys and Girls Weekend 15 minutes. We got inside and I ended up having my guitar playing with my buddy Rich, which I want to get Rich on this podcast. He'd be really cool to talk to. And I want to start having guests on. Email me and tell me who I should have. Maybe we can get them on. Be really cool. And then, from that point, I was like, all right, I'm in. I came to summer school. Got to drive a van. That's another episode. That's another podcast episode. Not gonna take it now. Because I would constantly run out of things to talk about. But another episode for a later date. Sorry, this episode's kind of all over the place. We have literally been so busy this week. I haven't even had a chance to sit down and record or think about what to talk about. So you guys are getting a show. I promise. I'll be better.
5:47 p.m.
Hey, 11 minutes, boys. I don't like to bore you guys for an hour, so I figure 5:45. Get to work at 6. That's pretty damn good for second episode. And I...
5:48 p.m. One notification.
Oh my god. What is this?
YouTube, 2 minutes ago. Last man. Everything you need to know to get started with the last pro voiceover. Clear?
Jesus Christ.
Thursday, February.
I'm sorry. My phone is acting stupid and keeps on talking. It's YouTube. Well, this is real. This is real life. I mean, you're getting a heck of a show. There's no editing. This is gonna go up. That part's gonna be in. Maybe next time I'll be on a computer and I'll put on some cool headphones and shit. Act cool. I don't cuss a lot. I'm sorry. Again, it's a throw and go setup. So we're gonna what we call it. Maybe I'll title the Throw and Go the episode 2, or the podcast EP2, the Throw and Go set. Because it really is. I mean, just turn the camera on and see what comes out. So, thank you for being around. Thank you for sticking around and supporting with me. I really appreciate it. Because of you, I have a job. I get to do what I love, play music. And hey, I'm coming out with a new album. It's either going to be out July 1st or August 5th. Haven't made a final decision yet. I'm leaning more towards August. We have spring break in March. So I'm going to go home and record a bunch of songs in March. And we're going to see how they turn out. Hopefully, if they turn out good, we're going to use that for the album. So hopefully they all turn out really good. I think they're going to do great. And, that'll be it.
5:49 p.m.
5:49. I try to keep this to 15 minutes because, like I said before, I don't want to bother you guys. I don't want to take too much of your time. I know it's early in the morning and, you don't want to listen to an hour and a half long podcast. Or not be able to finish the whole thing because I've literally go through that every week. Can't finish them and I never get back to them. It's like, what the hell? So, 15 minutes, 5:45 to 6 a.m., you're ready to rock. And, hope you guys are doing great out there. It's been really fun to come on here and just talk about life and lessons I've learned and different things. Maybe the week of, so we actually, this summer, think it's the 15th to the 25th, or something to that effect. There's a camp called Level Up, and it's a computer camp. Maybe I'll do a podcast from there and we get a couple people to come on and talk. That would be really cool, to do a podcast from there at the college and get people on to talk about life and what they've been through and that sort of thing. I think it'd be really cool to do that. And then at Heather's camp, I don't know how I'll do that one. That may be a next week episode. I try to keep these like relative to the week. So like I'm recording this, it's gonna come out. When you hear this, I was recording Thursday night, like last night at 5:45. So, you know, this is one of those that it's literally 12 hours and it's out within 12 hours. So, hey, another thing, Chase Matthew. I think the album's called Born for This. Comes out at midnight. It came out at midnight. God. Go get the album.
5:52 p.m.
16 minutes long. Man, let's try to beat our other time. Had an 18 minutes, almost 20 minute long one last week. So, next Friday, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if there's going to be a podcast or what it's going to turn into. So, I'm hoping that maybe either Wednesday, I'm going to record it here or I'll be at my house recording. We can get into way more stories there than I can here. I got too many people around here to really dive deep on what I could get into, because I could get into some really weird shit with you guys. But